Today we'll be talking with Anna Lengyel from Zen Studios. Anna, it's great to see you again.
Thank you for having me.
You betcha. It was a pleasure meeting you, Akos, and Vince last year at the Chicago Pinball Expo, and I really appreciate you taking the time out to discuss the awesome stuff that Zen Studios has been working on lately. I understand there are some exciting developments coming, but before we dive into some of the details, would you mind sharing a little bit about what you do at Zen Studios?
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, everyone. I'm Anna. I've been working in Zen Studios for 4 years now. First, I've started on working on Castle Storm 2, which was a tower defense game. And then I joined the pinball team of Zen Studios. I designed several tables, for example, Trolls, Curse of the Mummy, Homeworld, and one of our newest, Xena. But right now I'm the lead designer of the table designers, actually, and also for Pinball FX. So right now, most of my days are about management, basically.
That's awesome. Yeah. I understand there's some very cool new features that are being implemented for Pinball FX. Can you explain what the new in-game notification system is all about?
So yeah, absolutely. In May, with our big update, will come a new feature, in-game notification. Because we received a lot of feedback from our users that they need to search in all of the leaderboards to find their friends. Where can they beat them? So it's not so socially interactable right now, our game. But with this system, it will actually tell you that what happened while the player were offline. So for example, if your friend beat your score in a specific table, in a specific game mode, you will just get a notification that, oh, your friend just beat it. You can just click on it and the game will just straight away start the table on that very specific game mode, and you can just beat your friend straight away. Even if you have participated in a tournament and your friend beat your score, you will just receive a notification and you get actually notified that something happened. So you should compete and compete and compete. Another problem, it's gonna, I think it's gonna increase our competition feeling,
Right.
Another problem was always that once you have participated in a tournament, once it's finished, you had to actually look for the final results, the final leaderboards and stuff. But with this new notification system, once the tournament is finished, which you have participated in, you will just get a notification that, hi, here are the final results of the tournament. So I think it's going to be very useful for a lot of players, and I hope they're going to like it.
That sounds pretty impressive, and I very much look forward to that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. Absolutely, a lot of competition.
Exactly. What does the new XP system entail, and how does that differ from the rewards and collectibles that are currently implemented in FX?
Yeah, our second new feature is the XP system. We wanted to reward somehow our users who are loyal to us, coming back, play every week, spend a lot of time, try different type of gameplay. We wanted to reward them somehow. So with this new XP system, by completing certain tasks, the players will earn experience points. After earning a certain amount of experience points, the player level will increase. So for some levels, a player can get achievements, of course, and here comes a new type of rewards, titles. So the player can put it in their profile banner, to basically just show off for the other players. We actually have the same title reward in Pinball M, and a lot of users liked it, so we were thinking just to put it in Pinball FX too.
Awesome. I understand a new user interface is coming to Pinball FX with some additional features. How is this new UI going to differ from the one we have today, and why was a change needed?
Yeah, we weren't really satisfied with our current user interface. This user interface actually was made for the early access version of Pinball FX, and we hadn't changed it since then. It was not really polished. It had a lot of UX and navigation issues. It wasn't so pretty, to be honest. It was kind of like old-fashioned in some ways. So we had a need to develop in this level as well. So we started to working on our brand new user interface. In May, it's gonna be the first wave of this new interface. Some screens gonna have just some visual updates, but some received a total UX user experience update as well. Wow. So hopefully the user will find it modern. With the new UX, we are focusing on the discoverability, the navigation, the accessibility. So yeah, we want to, change and develop in that area as well. We find the menu still kind of important, it's not just tables and stuff. Right. There are more to it. We are offering a lot of game modes and rewards, so we wanted to develop on that side as well. But yeah, for this new development, we actually wanted to offer the players some new things as well. So we are gonna give the players a new pinhole, where the actual menu is moving around. Okay. And the new music for the menu. However, if the player doesn't like it, they can just change it back to the original one, so it's optional. Nice. But yeah, it's a big update.
Wow, I can't wait to see that. That sounds pretty cool.
Absolutely. Even like we thought the game is changing so much, especially visually. We actually wanted to show this big change in a lot of aspects. So we are kind of doing a rebranding right now. We're gonna have new game icons, new key arts. So which gonna come out in May. So if you can't find Pinball FX in your store, just don't get afraid. It's still there, but it looks a little bit different from May.
Interesting. I'm super excited about the new Universal tables that were recently announced. I grew up watching Knight Rider and seeing a pinball table with Kit driving around. That was pretty awesome. Can you share a little bit more details about this cool looking table?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very cool theme. I think this IP was a big hit. It's so popular. Everybody likes Knight Rider. I think it's going to be a really popular table. We wanted to recreate the essence of the Knight Rider series on the table. So you can play through 5 of the most exciting episodes in the table. It's gonna have a lot of action, cool cars, and everything. Unfortunately, Michael could not appear on the table because of some licensing issues. He's only appearing in some voiceovers. However, all the cars, all the original music are there. So I think it still have the nostalgic feeling and bring the table, the serious excitement into the table.
That sounds awesome. That sounds great. And when is the release date for that, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, it's the 16th of May.
16th of May. Awesome.
Yeah, for all the platforms.
Excellent. Well, Xena also looks very impressive. The character animations and at least from the promotional video that I saw, in that video, Xena is doing like flips and jumps. And can you share what went into making this possible from a development standpoint? I can imagine it was not easy to create all of these animations.
Yeah. Basically, all our tables have the same character animation progress in the development side. First of all, the table designers are just sitting down and just designing the animations itself. So what kind of character do we want on the table? What should it do? How much should it move? I don't know what happens if there is a ball out or you hit a jackpot and so on. And then the second point is always when we are actually hiring an actor, a professional actor. So for example, in Xena case, we had to find a female actor who is kind of expert with swords, like should have some experience with swords, otherwise it would have looked weird. And then we meet up and we do motion capture.
Okay.
We have a really good motion capture system in Zen Studios. And the last action with these motion captures are just finishing off doing the last touches of the animations by our very talented animators. But most of our complex animation, for example, jumps and flips, are actually made by our animators by hand. So on the motion capture, we are not doing this very actionable stuff, just more the essence of the things. Which makes it alive, but the most of the animations are made by hand or finishing it off by hand.
Awesome. I was wondering how all that worked. That's interesting. That could be an interview in itself, just seeing how that's done.
Yeah,
in the
absolutely.
future.
We are using motion capture since I think the Marvel table, so we are doing it for a long time, and it's always different, Even if you had, I don't know, we have some cartoon themed table like Trolls or How to Train Your Dragons and so on. That's another thing as well. So there we don't use motion captures, of course,
Right.
because what you capture. So those are all made by hand, but the humanoid character animations are always motion captures. It's always exciting. We love to do that, and it's just so funny to see the actor or even ourselves in a very black in a whole body black suit, or not suits, it's just a black thing on you with a lot of white points on you. It's kind of funny. It's always exciting. We love to do that.
Awesome. That's awesome. The Battlestar Galactica table, it looks pretty sweet too. I grew up watching the original series in the 70s. But this one's based on the series that was released in, I believe it was 2005. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, absolutely. I actually haven't seen the latest one, but we choose the newest one because we believed it could target more generations, than the older one. And the new one is still cultic. I don't know if it's even had a board game about it, which is very popular. So it's still a good IP. And it was a very good table candidate because the main story threads of each season fits very well on the table. So they gave themselves over to which one should be a game mode, and that's actually why the names of the game modes became the titles of the specific episodes.
I see.
So it's actually was a good candidate for a pinball table.
Awesome. A lot of the stuff that I talk about on this channel has to do with virtual pinball on the AtGames Legends products. Lately, more so focused on the Legends Pinball 4KP and the FX Legends 4K machines. How likely is it that we'll see some of these new Universal classics appear directly on the platform?
Yeah, we are working on expanding the table library with Zen tables. Hopefully, it will be bigger at some point. Unfortunately, I don't have any news on the exact timing of the tables, but we will share as soon as it's decided.
Fair enough. Sounds good. Has the partnership with AtGames had a positive impact on future product development? That is, will we see many more tables in 2024 that support the Legends 4K format?
Yeah, we are really looking forward to having more and more games at the AtGames platform. Our goal is a very long-term partnership with AtGames. It has been a really wonderful project thus far. We will have many more releases as we go forward in this year.
Awesome. The new Star Trek tables that were just recently released, they're fantastic. I played the Kelvin timeline quite a bit,
Yeah.
and it just plays really well. It's very addictive, and great job.
Oh, I'm happy then. Cool.
Many of the viewers are wondering how things are going in terms of minimizing the latency on the 4KP. It's something that comes up quite a bit in several of the forums online. Is this something you can talk about at this time?
Yeah, we know about it, absolutely. This is one of our highest priority. We are working on it as we speak. Hopefully we can solve it. We have approached it from very different avenues. We are even contacted Epic Games, Google, and their engineers. So they are helping us explore more and more solutions to this very huge problem, because we also find it very annoying, and it's just not a good experience, you know. Our guys at AtGames are all on it. Hopefully, this will be remedied in the near future.
Understandable. Thank you so much for sharing all of this information with us. It's pretty clear that some awesome work is being done at Zen Studios, and there is a lot to be excited about. Before we conclude, is there anything else you want to share? Perhaps some new classic tables that may be coming to Pinball FX, or maybe a table announcement?
Yeah, absolutely. In May, not just the three Universal tables will come out. We're gonna have one new table from Legendary called Pacific Rim Pinball, based on the Pacific Rim movies. It still have a huge monster or robot. I don't even know how to say this this creature, but yeah, it's a classic Legendary, based on Legendary movie table. I think a lot of people will like it. It has a ton of multiples in the table. It's kind of fun. And also another table will come out as well. A lot of players already knew it, because we are bringing the Super League football table from Pinball FX 2. However, only the Zen version will be available. But to be honest, I think that's the best one, since a lot of Zen developers are the players of the table, so those are the footballers, you know. So the Super League football table, it will be actually free for the first week. So from the 16th of May until the 23rd, it will be free on every platform.
Awesome. That sounds good. I've actually not played that one, the football league.
Yeah, I think it's like 8 or 10 years old.
Yeah, I missed out on that somehow.
Yeah.
But yeah, that sounds very interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look it up and check it out. Thank you so much, Anna, for sharing all of this excellent information with us today. And hopefully, we'll be able to talk very soon again on the channel. And all the best to everybody at the Zen Studios team. Say hello to Akos and Bence for me, and Mel, and all those guys.
Absolutely. It was great to be here.
All right. Well, you have a wonderful day. Thank you, Anna.
You too.